All right. So I've logged into Suno, um, and right here, quick overview at the top. It's my library. Down here, now you'll get familiar with these. There's the home, that symbol. This is your library. So let's just go to the library, and all these are the recent ones I've made. Now we're going to upload the track we made in the tutorial. Let's quickly find that. There it is, tutorial. And I'm going to save it to the library. In fact, let's go straight to the cover. If you save it in the cover, we'll go to a tab where you can start working on it straight away, or alternatively, you can put it in your library. So let's bring that up. Now, I was going to chop the video up and do in small sections, but I think to hold the authenticity and get you have a good visual of the whole process, we'll do it from here. So if you look in this section over here, there's the clip that has been uploaded. Right here is the lyrics section. Now we're not going to concern ourselves with the lyrics, so when you take all the lyrics out, or just this here, it will only give you an instrumental. So let's go to the styles. Now, for the sake of this, let's make a couple of styles. I don't know if you can see in here, but it has an example. It's a country style, hip hop, complex, and multi-layered composition, minimalistic beats. There are literally millions of different combinations you can use. I have some saved ones of some prompts, but for the sake of learning, let's keep it simple and then build on that. So I'm a big reggae lover, so I think we'll go, because it's soulful, let's try and make it a soulful reggae type tune. A C major in a soulful progression in a reggae style. So let's just start with, so I'll do a basic one and then a more complex one. So let's just put in a prompt of, looking over here, say reggae, soul, romantic reggae, upbeat reggae, lullaby, what else? So we go island vibes, summer vibes, summer vibes. So we chuck in, just to mix up, maybe chuck in some jazz undertones. Maybe some classical orchestra. No, that will. So each one of these has a purpose and does something different, and you'll get used to it by trying different combinations of such things. Like for example, the lullaby. It might mix up that original melody I made into a lullaby sounding order. The classic orchestra prompt might chuck in some strings at the start of a bar, at the end of a bar, or three quarters of the way through the instrumental. The jazz undertones might change up the rhythm a little bit to make it more jazzy, or might chuck in some piano notes in a jazz arrangement. It's unlimited what it can do. So let's just keep it at that for now. And see over here, you can add prompts that it gives you, and you can scroll across here and it gives so many different options. But you'll get used to your own. And also, if you look over here, this tab comes up with a whole page of prompts, but we'll go to that later, so we can stick on this. And this little wand pen thing here, this will arrange this, interpret this, and put it into something. So it comes up with this. The track opens with bright reggae guitar skanks. I'm going to take out skanks because Suno doesn't allow certain words, and skank or skanks is one of them. So let's just put bright guitar riff. It applies the same thing. And warm bass, accentuated by playful percussion, light jazz piano, and soulful horns weave through verses, while classical strings sweep in for lush choruses. An orchestral lullaby bridge gently softens before a joyful sunlit finale. If we go down here, there's the advanced options. Now this is so key. So it's got, no need to worry about lyrics, so ignore that. I'm going to put the style influence up to like 90%. The more you put up, it's common sense. The higher the percentage, the more influence of that particular prompts will have. Audio influence, there will be none. We'll come to that later because, for example, the audio influence, if you chuck in a soulful sample, of vocal sample and you put the percentage way up, it will do so much. So let's put this cover of, let's just call it Reggae Remix Tutorial. Now this right here is the most exciting part, because from that basic beat which we had, so let's create this, and it's going to come up here. Now I haven't heard this before. This is the first time, and it's such an exciting process because you never know what's going to come out. So before playing the new ones, let's just go back and play the tutorial beat, just a reminder of the transformation that's going to happen here. So listen to this, tinny as, you know, basic, got the 4 chords, second chord, the bass in the background, basic drums, C flat again, there's your A minor, there's an F major, the second chord, there's a C major, boom, and there's a G major. So we've gone from that to, now let's play it, let's see how Suno has changed this, interpreted that with these prompts. Let's see what we get. Let's crank it up a little bit. Let's go. Oh, that's nice. And there you go. I know you and me were in it too long. I mean, it doesn't do anything with that, but see what I mean? Sorry to interrupt and interject, but can you see the transformation from what it was to what it is now? So all you need to do is learn how to make a basic beat, what I did in that first tutorial, and you can come up with something like that. And did you hear those piano notes? That was from the lullaby prompt. Those strings coming in was from the classical strings prompt. The island vibe come through there. So there's so many much influence that the prompts have, but it still retains your core sound from your original beat. You could get way more expressive on your original beats and do highly complex melodies, different keys and chord progressions, and Suno just accentuates it all. So yeah, the better you are, the more quality you can get, but there's not much difference in quality overall from what Suno can do from a basic beat to a more complex beat. The end result isn't too much of a difference. And I forgot to say, when it goes through the prompts, when you execute, it makes 2 beats. So let's listen to the second variation of what Suno come up with. This is pretty catchy. I like it. I know a lot of reggae artists who could, or anyone could do so much with this. There it is. There's the strings coming in, there's classical strings. Dun, dun, dun. There's some lullaby piano notes. Yeah. All feels.